University of San Diego.
Well, Bob, the first question we have is, we'd like to understand what are some of the key factors of success of such an interesting and creative model as Newmans Own. Can you share with us those factors?
I'm going to give you a food company answer. Okay. We'll talk to you about the ingredients of what I think makes Newmans Own special. As I think about it and go back to the very beginning, it talks about some of the things that Paul Newman created at the very beginning, and that was all natural products, all quality ingredients, put the very best products that he could find into the product. The surveys that have been done recently and in the past have always indicated that the reason people buy Newman's Own products is because of the quality of the product and good taste. So the first reason that the company continues to be successful is they've got a great product. The second thing that the second ingredient I would put in would be the people that are associated with the company. If you look to this company, it's 28 years old. There's people that have been working for the company and with the company, both on the inside as employees and outside as vendors and contractors for the company. There's the same bottlers involved, some of the same people on the logistics side, some of the same people inside making the decisions every day. So the talent pool that exists inside Newman's Own is very, very special, and they're all committed to the mission of all profits to charity. So that last piece is the intangible piece. It's a fun place to be. It's a place that's built on quality trumping the bottom line. If there was ever any question, quality comes first, and the importance of a good product is the paramount item.
Well, we have another question for you, which is going back to the idea, all profits to charity. And what we want to understand is, what is the role of the foundation in selecting the organizations that are going to actually do the charity per se, and at the same time, not just in selecting, but what role does the foundation play in terms of monitoring how good or how well they're doing this job?
Those are ongoing challenges. The scope of the foundation, in 2009, there was approximately $26 million given away to over 650 charities. So the foundation staff is 5 people, and with 5 people to manage that types of grants, it talks a little bit about the culture of the company. There are some traditions associated with the company, and that is that we like to invest in certain kind of charities and make grants to certain kind of charities, and those have grown up over the years. In addition, we try not to tell charities what they need to do. We try not to be prescriptive. We try to help them. We've got 2 very, very special people. Pam Pepe has been there for 28 years. Pam is the director of grants currently, and Pam has experience knowing what the foundation likes, what the company likes, the kind of charities that have been successful with the organization in the past. So Pam's very, very important to the process. Bob Forrester, who is the chairman of our board, also has grown up in philanthropy. He spent 40 years being a philanthropic consultant before joining Paul Newman in the company several years ago. And so his experience in the industry has been very, very helpful. So we have areas of interest. We have great people to evaluate it. And at the end of the day, we send off the grants with our best wishes and good luck. We try not to be overly limiting in what any of the grantees can do. We believe in their missions, and we're trying to be supportive.
Great, thank you. We still have a third question. And that third question relates to what we're trying to do at the Center for Peace and Commerce, which is we are trying to figure out ways in which businesses and commerce fosters peace in a broad sense. So the last question we'd like to explore with you is, how do you think Newman's Own contributes through this model to build long-lasting social change?
Those are questions that I think, as an accountant, I can answer it and tell you in a way, measure it based on the numbers. Look at the impact. If you look, it's been, the model has been in existence for 28 years. This is not new. There are some companies that are out there in this marketplace now that are leading with their charitable purposes. This company was started 28 years ago, and every dollar of profit has gone to a charitable venture all throughout. So this is not a new model for Newman's Own. This is something that Paul Newman created, that the boards that he's left the company and the foundation to continue with into the future. There's probably one example that's easy to talk about, and that's the Hole in the Wall Camp Association and the various camps that have been established. So through the generosity of Paul Newman, through the success of the food company, a particular charity has grown up to grow to the point where there are camps all throughout the United States, all over the world, to help kids with life-threatening conditions. These camps are, in many cases, in the development stages. In some cases have been mature and have been around for several years. This association is successful. It needs continued support from a variety of sources. Newman's Own Foundation is a big believer in the camps and the work that they do, but we are only a fraction of the support that they get. So they are successful because of their mission. They're successful because of their leadership. They're successful because of the tradition, and in a small way, successful because of the continued support of Newman's Own Foundation. So that's one tangible example where this model has created something that will continue with or without the food company, with or without the foundation. It's something that's been created that's helped thousands of kids in thousands of different communities all over the world. So it's an area that I know that the foundation and Paul Newman were both very, very proud of.
And I think something that it goes side by side with this, the social value that it has created through the sponsoring of all these different nonprofit organizations across the nation. There is the fact that in 28 years, this company has become a symbol of what is possible in terms of a business that is successful in creating economic value to sustain social value. The company, it's being emulated by many other companies. Even if it's not exactly replicated, it's teaching lessons to future entrepreneurs on how this can be done. So I think this is another way, if I might add, in which I think the company is building that long-lasting piece.
I think you're right, and I think that's one of the areas that Paul Newman was very interested in, was to encourage philanthropy. And if he did that in any small way, I'm sure he's very, very happy about that.
Thank you.
University of San Diego.